Here in this Google satellite Earth image here, we are currently looking down upon the city of Auckland, which is New Zealand's largest city. However, for the following story, what we somehow need to do is we need to switch our attention to the South Auckland suburb of Redhill. And if we do that, then we somehow have arrived at our destination that is hidden in all of that dark green vegetation in the foreground over there. But if we zoom in even further, then we have definitely arrived at our destination that we are currently circling and everything else in between. Therefore, what we are currently looking at right now is this physical feature, is this huge physical feature that would have dominated the entire skyline. And from immediate observations, what we are currently looking at and currently talking about would have definitely been this ancient Pre European Māori Pā site that would have existed definitely in the 14th, 15th, maybe the 16th and 17th centuries and everything else in between. Therefore, here I am now, and I am currently on ground level, of course, and I am currently standing on the intersection of Redhill Road, which is the road on my left, and Settlement Road, which is the road on my right. And from immediate observation, currently looking around, notice how we can see our environment, how rural it looks and everything else in between, based on the simple fact that the suburb here still has its rural look about it and everything else in between. Therefore, here I am now on Redhill Road, and just coming into view was the entrance of our pā, behind all of that dark green vegetation. And as I was coming up here, I bumped into this guy named Gareth. He was this Māori dude, just lives down the road. And as I was bumping into him, coincidentally, we just happened to trade some tribal war stories and everything else in between. Therefore, kia ora, Gareth. So just in front of us here, notice how we have that sign. This sign here spells out, or reads out, I should say, Pukekiwiriki Pā. You can have an attempt to pronounce that if you like. However, what we are currently looking at right now is definitely what had been this ancient Pre European Māori Pā site. That would have been occupied by the local iwi. And these people here were known as the Ngāti Marama people. And these people here, they come from Hoturoa's second wife. And Hoturoa, he was like the captain of the Tainui waka, and he had several wives and everything else of that description. So these people here, they come from his second wife, and they were known as the Ngāti Marama people, and they had occupied this pā site, including all of the surrounding areas, for generations on end. And eventually they become part of the Waihua people, who were a collection of all of the smaller tribes who made up Tāmiki Makaurau and everything else in between. Therefore, here I am now. I've just hit the top, also known as the Tihi. And notice from immediate observations how clear it is. And if we were to clear all of that overgrown vegetation, all of the residential housing and all of those trees, you can be absolutely certain that we would have the grandest 360 view of all of South Auckland, for as far as the eye can see and everything else in between. So as I am currently standing up at this up at the Tihi, from immediate observation, I can see a whole lot of evidence of occupation, very much like what we have coming into view right now with these depressions in the landscape. What we are currently looking at, they are definitely food storage pits. That Pre-European Māori would have built in close proximity to each other. And it will begin on our right and it will end on our extreme left, so it will run the entire length of the pā and everything else in between, and we will get into that very, very shortly. Therefore, here I am now at the most southern extremity of this pā site, and I am currently looking out in a southerly direction towards all of rural South Auckland. And notice from immediate observation how rural everything looks and everything else in between. Therefore, this here is a part one of a part two. Therefore, kia ora tātou.